What's up, guys? Welcome to your 105th Android tutorial for the new Boston. What we're going to do real quickly is set up a couple Boolean values called CanW and CanR. Can read and write. So what we're going to set these Boolean values to be is just, you know what they should be. CanW equals CanR, can read, can write equals true within, you know, our state where we can read and write, and CanW equals false here, but can R equals true, and lastly can W equals can R equals false. And what we're going to do in this tutorial, we aren't actually going to work with the data yet. We're going to do something called a spinner within XML. So go over to your external data and look for something called a spinner. I'm just going to drag and drop it within our class here. Now let's just check our references and make sure everything's the same. I'm just going to keep the default for the most part because it's probably the only time we're going to use spinner. So it's just going to be spinner1, and let's set that up within our external data class. So now let's set up some stuff within our class here. We're going to set up a spinner, and we're going to call it just spinner, something like that. Pretty clever, huh? Yeah, thought of that name for that variable for quite some time. And what we're also going to do is create a string array. And we're going to call this paths, something like that. We're going to set this equal to open bracket, quotations. We're going to say like music, because basically we're creating paths that we can save something to for this activity. So we're going to say path or music, pictures, and just download, something like that. So just quite a pretty small string array there, and just has three things, again position 0, 1, and 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our spinner within our onCreate method. So just go within the brackets of our onCreate, and we're just going to say spinner equals again spinner and find view by ID r.id.spinner1. Now what we're going to add to the spinner is we're going to say spinner dot set, instead of onClick listener, we're going to say set adapter, and we're going to just leave it as adapter here, but we don't have a adapter yet. So we're going to create an adapter called adapter just so it will match this right here above where we actually access the adapter. So what we're going to do is how we're going to set up our array adapter is just type in ArrayAdapter, or I should say how we're going to set up our adapter for here. We're going to make it be an ArrayAdapter and just say adapter. And this should be kind of familiar with, you know, where you guys probably got super confused at the beginning of the series when we worked with array adapters. But now all we're going to do is we're going to set this ArrayAdapter type to be string, because we're working with this array paths up here, the string array up here. So it's ArrayAdapter type string called adapter, so it matches right here. And now what we're going to say is new adapter, new ArrayAdapter, and again type string, and within its parameters we're going to say this for the context of our class, or even just you can also say external data, which is our class name dot this, comma, and then we can refer to the basically what comes with the SDK for a simple spinner item. So we're just going to say android.r.layout.simple spinner item. Hit that. And the last thing we need to set up, so there's three things within the parameters: the context, kind of the type of spinner layout for the most part, which we're just going to use the default for the most part, and then we also need to set up our string array. So our string array was called paths. So that's kind of difficult to see, but yeah, just make sure you know the context this, ArrayAdapter, or the type is just from the Android SDK called spinner, simple spinner item, and the third one is our string array called paths right here. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial I'll show you guys how to access which spinner item has been touched, and I'll catch you guys then. Have a good one.